What's going on, everybody? So this is going to be basically like a moments video of the live stream I did, just looking for the first time at Madden 26. I want to make a quick video about it and give my thoughts on the game so far. So I'll show some moments and then talk a little bit about it at the end of this video. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Alright, first impressions. What is this? Just use it. What are we talking about? Pro? No, I'm good at video games. What? Okay. Being good at video games, maybe I'm lying. Oh, this is good with me, man. I'm a Titans fan. And first impressions, let's take a look. First impressions. You're making me choose a team pass and immediately asking me to buy Madden Ultimate Team points. The first thing you do before I see anything is you give me the opportunity to buy virtual currency. This is the freaking issue. I'm gonna be loud today, and I'm gonna be upset because this is exactly what I'm upset about. Look at this dude. This is what I'm talking about. The first thing we see is currency. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop screaming. I'll stop screaming now. I'll take the free pass. Okay? Again, I want to make this very clear. I did not pre-order this. I'm using my trial. Alright? I didn't pre-order it. I didn't give them any money. EA Play is built into Game Pass, which I give to Xbox. I don't get... That's its own thing. You know what I mean? That's its own thing. But we're doing the free pass. Alright? You won't be able to change theme until the next seat. What? I actually don't know what that means. Never mind. It's probably not that big a deal. Is there a preset for, like, don't copyright me? Oh. Okay, that's actually really good. Hey, shout out to EA. You know what's up. That's about the only shout out I'll give you this year. No, I'll be fair. Visual, just looking. I like actual highlights. That's pretty cool. Okay. I do like that. It reminds me of the old college football games, where you'd select your favorite team and it would show you like highlights from the season prior, or I think it was just all-time highlights. I like that. I like that a lot. The first thing I'm gonna do is I usually just go look at EA music, because that's always been a thing for me. And music is obviously subjective. I got JID in there. That's nice. I literally we just had the take off Drake. Gross. Green Day. That's cool. Shine Down. I like Shine Down. Nice. Freak on a Leash by Korn. That's cool. In the Club by 50 Cent, okay. It's definitely a lot of popular music from today, but I'm glad that they have some stuff in here from years past. Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand! Oh! Now we're talking. Okay, I might like this game. This isn't a bad... I don't hate this. This is a good soundtrack. Pretty good soundtrack, actually. Just off look. But that's just my personal, my personal musical opinion. Which, as we all know, I'm basically Beethoven, so you should listen to my opinion. Rosters, I don't want to edit them, I just want to look at them. And this is the biggest issue with me this year. Because if you've heard the news, this man, Cam Ward's a 72. Oh, God. He's one higher than Will Levis. One higher than Will Levis. Oh, Jesus, man. I know the Titans are a small market team and no one really likes them. I'm probably one of about 6 Titans fans in the world. 72! What are our other rookies? Khalil Muller. You're telling me Cam Ward is damn near on the level of a 6th round draft pick? Calvin Ridley's an 81? I'm going to defend this man. I think he should be a little higher. And the reason being is he got... Can you see yards like in years past? Oh, this is cool. I'm glad they have this here. He was able to get 1,000 yards being thrown the ball by Will Levis and Mason Rudolph. That ain't good. That ain't good. I might even call it bad. Tyler Lockett's 79. Seems a little high. He's an old man. Well, 32 ain't that bad. He just feels like an old man. Van Jefferson is a 72. Alec Iomanor is a 71. I like Alec Iomanor. Jameer DK, not going to say it the other way. This is a 70. And the thing about DK is he was definitely like, he's a straight ahead guy. All right, he should just have speed and acceleration. His agility, his change of direction, all that's probably not going to be very high. No, it's not. His catching probably won't even be high. But he reminds me of Khalif Raymond. He reminds me of a Khalif Raymond type. Just a little bit taller at 6'1". Xavier Restrepo, I don't know if a bee stung his lip. Hey Xavier, here, let me just zoom you in real quick. Xavier. Look at this man's lips. I'm trying to zoom in as much as possible to show you. It looks like a bee stung his lip. I'm sorry, Xavier. I'm pretty goofy looking too. It's okay. Xavier with 84 speed. Yeah, I think he's tied for the lowest in the league. Let's go ahead and look. All teams, speed. No, it's Cody White. Someone hit up Cody White. Someone hit up Cody White right now and let him know the news. Tight end, Gunnar Helm. What a steal. What a steal Gunnar Helm was. Olu Oladejo, he is fast and he's very athletic. He's strong. He's a raw prospect. Kevin Winston in training camp so far has looked good. Oh my God, he's looked good. He's looked really, really good. So I'm very excited about Kevin Winston Jr. Amani Hooker is Amani Hooker. I think he's underrated. I like Amani Hooker a lot. Kicker Joey Slide, punter Johnny Hecker. We did the double up on special teams because our special teams last year was atrocious, horrible. Morgan Cox is a 66. If you know about Morgan Cox, he probably should be the best long snapper in the league. He made the all-quarter century team. Yes, it's a thing. Yes, it's a thing. The all-quarter century 53-man roster. ESPN did it, and he made that team. So that's the Titans. That is the Titans. And I want to go over, well, the rookies. Let's go over the rookies for this year. What is the best way to go about this? What is the best way? I guess we'll just go team by team. The Bears. The Bears. They got themselves a Luther Burden kind of guy. They got themselves a Colston Loveland kind of guy. They went ahead and got Ozzie Trapilo, I think, in the 3rd round. So it's very clear that they are building around Caleb Williams. They believe in Caleb Williams. Do I believe in Caleb Williams? A little bit. He's just got to take a step forward. Honestly, I'm a see to believe kind of guy. Luke Newman. Shamar Turner, I want to see do well. I believe in Shamar Turner a lot. Very athletic on the interior. He should be a pass rushing D tackle, which is scary to say. It really is, but in a good way. Shamar Stewart. Really the only pickup from this draft that I was super, super high on, I think, out of A&M. He looks really freaking good, man. Shamar Stewart. This was a fantastic draft class just all around, I think. It was very, very deep, especially with running backs. Did they get themselves a running back? They got Taj Brooks. Yes, they did. They got Taj Brooks, who I didn't get to see play last night. Doesn't look like he did much of anything, but, oh man, he could be good in the NFL, but he's not my highest running back in this draft. Obviously, Genty, but I want to go over guys that people haven't been talking about, like, for instance, DJ Giddens for the Colts. I love DJ Giddens. Bills. The Bills. Here's the issue with teams like the Bengals, the Bills, the Eagles, the Chiefs. You know, they are Super Bowl ready teams. They're teams that are going to challenge for the Super Bowl, as I just said. So the pickups 9 times out of 10 aren't going to be anything crazy. But man, this was a year to be one of those kind of teams. You see, they got Maxwell Hairston, who I think he was the first corner taken off the board if you're not counting Travis Hunter. Yeah, it's just such a great draft to not have to be in the top 5-10 picks. Landon Jackson, that's a fantastic value pick right there. Bills got better, and that's scary to say that the Bills got better. The Broncos, I didn't like their draft that much. I mean, Jahdae Barron, that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. They got Pat Surtain. If you go ahead and get yourself a Jahdae Barron to play opposite of Pat Surtain, congratulations, you have one of the best secondaries in the league. Got Brandon Jones, who's solid. Tala Hufanga, who I really, really like. I really like Tala Hufanga. Yeah, that either this year or next year could be the top or one of the top secondaries in the NFL. This is the storyline in the NFL right now. It really is. Mason Graham. You go out, you get you a Mason Graham. Obviously, that's great and all. But you also get you 6 quarterbacks on the roster. 6 of them things. We're talking about 4 quarterbacks on the roster, right? We're talking about Pickett. We're talking Flacco. We're talking Gabriel. We're talking Sanders. We're not talking Watson anymore, thankfully. But Tyler Huntley, I don't want people to sleep on, all right? He's the person who's not being talked about at all, and I think he could challenge for a roster spot, even when you're going against a Shedeur Sanders or a Dylan Gabriel, who are young, or the people who could challenge for the starting spot in Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. I mean, this is unheard of in the modern NFL. Usually you go and keep you about 3 quarterbacks on the roster. They could keep 4 all season long, and that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Mason Graham, the combination of him and Myles Garrett is one of the scariest things defensively in the NFL right now. This is one of my favorite trios in the NFL right now at receiver. It's Emeka Egbuka, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. That's that's so much fun. That is so much fun. Even McMillan's quite good. If you ask me, I like McMillan a lot. So that's a ton of fun. All right, we're going to have a lot of fun watching that. But even outside of that, you got Bucky Irving, Rachaad White. This could be the year that Baker Mayfield goes for like 4,500 yards, maybe even 5,000 yards, if they can't find a way to move the ball on the ground. Let's say Bucky Irving has a down year rushing, so you bring in Rachaad White, and we all know him as a receiving threat out of the backfield. Yeah, this could very well be the year Baker Mayfield has his best year in terms of throwing the football, in terms of stats. Let's take a look. And he had 4,500 last year. He could clear that this year. I could see it. All right, let's go ahead and actually move quicker through this. The Cardinals, to me, it's Kyler. That's the big thing this year. It's Kyler. You get you a Walter Nolan. He's going to be... I love Walter Nolan. I think he's going to be great. You get you a Will Johnson super late in the draft, only because of the injury issue, right? But fantastic value pick. You're not really, risking that much with a second-round pick for a guy who was projected at first to be a top 10 guy. So Will Johnson, Walter Nolan, but at the end of the day, it all relies on Kyler Murray. Can he be a top 10 kind of guy? That's the Cardinals for me. The Chargers, unfortunately, this man, Rashawn Slater, just got injured for the year. So you're probably going to move Joe Alt over to left tackle, and then maybe you move Pipkins, or someone needs to fill in at right tackle. Someone has to. They're going to have to find somebody. But the Chargers need Justin Herbert to actually air out the frickin' football, because he has too big of an arm for him to be checking the ball down every single play. They got themselves Omarion Hampton. I love me some Omarion Hampton. One of the best running backs in the draft. I was surprised they took him. I was really surprised that they took him. But hey, at the end of the day, if you think he's the best guy on the roster for you, or best guy available for you, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how him and Najee Harris get along. Hassan Haskins, I think, is actually kind of underrated, and Nyheim Hines can be that threat receiving out of the backfield if you really want him to. Chiefs are the Chiefs. I don't want to talk about them. Colts, again, I'm high on DJ Giddens. I love me some DJ Giddens, but obviously we're all looking at this man here. We're looking at Tyler Warren, and he just looks scary. He had a fantastic preseason debut. DJ Giddens, I don't think he had too crazy of a preseason debut. I don't really remember right now. I don't remember him shocking me all too much, but he's going to be an issue. He's going to be a problem in the AFC South. The Commanders, again, it's just a thing about the quarterback. Can Jaden Daniels continue to progress? He's already a top 10 guy, in my opinion. Can he take that step to being a top 5 kind of guy? Can he? I don't know. The Cowboys. I don't want to talk about them either, but I guess I have to, considering they just got freaking Donovan Ezeraku, and he's going to be playing alongside Micah Parsons, barring some sort of trade. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I don't think that'll happen. But Donovan Ezeraku looks quite good. You got Tyler Booker. That was just the right pick in that case. Jaden Blue was my running back 4 out of this draft, one of the two. I love Jaden Blue. and I don't like that he's going to the Cowboys. But I also do like that he's going to the Cowboys because he very much could challenge for the starting spot. Absolutely. Javonte Williams, I like decently. I like Miles Sanders a lot. But no, this is the Jaden Blue show here in Dallas, and that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The Dolphins, it's just, again, the quarterback, Tua. What the hell, Tua? What are you going to do? The moment Tua goes down, I want to see Quinn Ewers. I don't want to see Zach Wilson. I want to see Quinn Ewers. I think Quinn Ewers was underrated in this draft. I think he was quite good. So when Tua eventually goes down, I'm sorry, I don't want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen. It's going to be the Quinn Ewers show. The Eagles are the Eagles. They just won the Super Bowl. And then you get Jahad Campbell on top of it. That should be illegal, but they did it. They somehow did it. I don't know how they were able to get away with that, but they got Jahad Campbell. The Falcons, I love this draft. I love this draft so much. Jalen Walker. I love Georgia defensive guys, and I love Alabama defensive guys. I love Jalen Walker. But even more than that, the guy that I thought had the biggest boomer bust potential, it's this man, James Pierce Jr. I wanted him in Tennessee so bad. I wanted him as a Titan. I'm just glad he's not in the AFC. He's in the NFC. We don't got to deal with him. James Pierce Jr. has the potential to be one of the best guys, the best defensive guys out of this draft, if he puts it all together. James Pierce Jr. is a beast. Oh my God, I love James Pierce Jr. I love him. He could be very, very good. I want him to be very, very good. Mykel Williams, one of the other edge guys that I think is going to end up being one of the best in the draft, but that's not that crazy to say. He was the top edge in the draft outside of what's his face that I can't remember the name of, and that's bad because I'm talking about rookies right now. But Mykel Williams looks super, super good. Abdul Carter, who is right here, Abdul Carter. Yikes. The Jags, I think, yeah, sure, Travis Hunter. Woohoo. Very boomer bust, I think, honestly, in the NFL. Could be one of the biggest reaches in NFL history looking back on it if he doesn't pan out to the extent that he should. Armand Membu for the Jets. I mean, it was just the right pick. You clearly need to figure out the QB situation. You got Justin Fields, and I don't think Justin Fields should be given up on just yet, but he's reaching that point in his career. I want to go over his stats, because stats don't tell the full story, but they'll tell you a lot. And I mean, 2022, 2023 with the Bears, he was positive. Don't get me wrong, but he was never anything miraculous. And that's why they went out and got Caleb Williams when they said, oh, hey, we can get Caleb Williams. The Lions, again, challenging for a Super Bowl. Tylik Williams. These types of teams should be getting these great players, but they did, and they got Tylik Williams. The Packers actually drafted a receiver. Drafted Matthew Golden out of Texas. Yeah, I mean, did you hear what Green Bay sounded like when they got this guy? He was a superstar. Now, I just hope that's not the biggest highlight of his career. I want him to have a good career. Bryce Young for the Panthers. That's just it. Can Bryce Young be good? They got Teteroa McMillan. They got a threat for Bryce Young, but Bryce Young himself has to be good. The Patriots went out and got my favorite tackle in the draft, my favorite lineman in the draft, one of my favorite human beings in the draft, Will Campbell, out of LSU. He sounds like he's out of LSU. He sounds like a Southerner. And man, I love this guy. I really do. I don't know why he's not a superstar. He should be, I think. Will Campbell, I think, is going to be the best tackle out of this draft. Very big fan of him. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. Travion Henderson. Again, this was such a great running back draft. All right, the Raiders. It's Ashton Genty. It's the Ashton Genty show at quarterback. What the hell is this? Malachi Starks. How did they get Malachi Starks and Mike Green? How? That's insane. And then Emory Jones on top of it. That is insane. And I want to give real quick a soft little shout out. Bilal Koney. He looked so good in the preseason game up until he had what looked to be a season-ending injury. And this man, LeJontay Wester. They got themselves a punt returner now. That's crazy, man. Oh, the Ravens are going to be good. Kelvin Banks, it was the right pick. That's all you can say there. It was just the right pick. Devin Neal could be good, but I don't know. Seahawks get Nick Emenwari. I thought that was a pretty good pick. I thought it was decent. They got Elijah Arroyo. I thought it was a weird pick. But I don't hate it. Just they're not going to be good this year, plain and simple. Jalen Milroe, I'd like to see him get some looks this year. We don't have to talk about the Steelers. We don't have to talk about the Steelers. The Texans got better. I hate saying those words because they got Jaden Higgins, they got Jalen Noel. Oh my god, man, they got better, and that hurts my soul. Yeah, I don't remember them being super noteworthy in the draft. Just can JJ McCarthy be good? That's plain and simple. All right, we went over the rosters. I know that took forever. That took a long while, but I wanted to refamiliarize myself with the modern NFL because I haven't been paying as much attention as I should up until this year. All right, so what were the issues with Madden 25? All of them, that's what. Now, what were the issues besides all of them? The gameplay was slow. These are professional athletes. And man, it felt like if you plopped me on the field, I'd be faster. That's an issue, all right? I don't run a 4.2 40. I run a 4.7. That's besides the point, though. I want to hop into a game real quick. Just a real quick game. Favorite teams game? No, we'll just hop into a game. I want to hop in and just get a feel for how player movement feels this year. This is an interesting player, like, team selection screen. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. Let's go against... I don't care, honestly. Let's go against the Raiders. How are the Raiders in 82? All right, well, first reaction. This is... That ticker looks terrible. All right, Okonkwo, not a great blocker, but we're going to go with Tony Pollard for a gain of about 11. Gain of 12. Okay, it feels slightly better than last year. All my homies hate EA. Exactly. It does feel slightly better than last year. I did play some Madden 25 right before getting on here just to get a really good feel for how the, you know, what the differences are. And as of right now, it feels the same-ish, but slightly improved. And this is just a running game. I haven't even thrown a pass yet. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and throw a pass with Cam Ward. That's the big thing as a Titans fan here. We got Ridley, we got Lockett, we got Jefferson, we got Okonkwo. Drop back. Look. Fire. Lockett. I'm trying to get a good feel for if I'm going to have fun with this year. Because I'm using my trial. Yep. Holy! Hi, Max Crosby. Right there. Lockett, touchdown. I don't know. It feels fine. It feels like a modern Madden game. We'll have to see what defense feels like, because that's been a big issue for me. Whenever a quarterback throws a ball, it is either a completion or an interception. There's no such thing as incompletions, damn near. So we'll see if they fixed that. I don't trust them to fix it, but we'll see. As they're just going to go with Ashton Genty. Cody Barton, blow him up. To me, it feels different from... It does feel a little different. I'll say that. It feels like a different game. It feels a little bit like an improved game. But here's the big issue, is right now, I can't say it's enough. Because EA right now is in their last year of the exclusive license, and T'Vondre Sweat, the big man, 300 plus pounds. Stop shaking your ass, T'Vondre. Quit that. It feels like a slightly improved game. But this is the last year of them having the exclusive license. Is it enough? I don't know. I personally want the license to go unexclusive. I don't want EA to stop making football games, because we've seen with games like Madden 08 for the PS2, even some of the earlier Xbox 360 games, we've seen that EA can make a half-decent football game. We just gotta see it consistently, as, Jesus Christ, Josh Wiley gets blown up. Cam Ward got blown up in the backfield, but he delivered a pass under pressure, which is cool to see. Maybe no more Madden. I think there will still be Madden. I just want to see the license open up for other companies to give it a shot. But let's also realize, stuff in the backfield, just because the license expires doesn't mean we're automatically getting like a 2K27. You know what I mean? Because if they're smart, they're going to take their time, maybe take a couple years to drop the first game, as I'm letting it run because I'm talking right now. They'll take a couple years. They're going to have to build it from scratch, and I don't want them to rush their game. So we're still going to have Madden 27. It will probably be the only NFL game, but it's a step in the right direction, as I don't know why I did a check down on 3rd and 8. That's my fault. Cody Barton's having a crazy game right now, another TFL. He's going to go ahead and basically check it down, number 1. And I'll have to get used to all the players and such, because, again, I didn't even watch football last year. I'm going to be honest with you. That's how depressing it was. I watched the first 4 weeks of Titans football, and I got so just football depressed that I stopped watching. Wow. So this is actually a fantastic thing from my point of view. So him to have this amount of anticipation on this throw, this is so huge that we need to see in modern games for quarterbacks to throw with anticipation and to throw into open spots of the field. Because this feels more like throwing into an open spot of the field more so than it feels like scripting a designed route, right? He throws on the cut. Okay, and who is this? This is Tucker. He throws on Tucker's cut right here, right there, and throws into the open space of the field. That is amazing, and something I haven't really seen from Madden last year or any recent Madden. So far, I mean, like, it's very positive. Cody got beat out right there. And man, my linebacker's having a fantastic game so far. Just blitzing holes. That's the big thing. They're blitzing with anticipation, as that's just gonna beat the cover 2. I call cover 2. They call a cover 2 beater. The throwing with anticipation is amazing, but right now on both sides we have 11 straight passes, no incompletions, and that's been one of the biggest deals with me with Madden. Is there's just no such thing as an incompletion without it being batted away. There are completions, interceptions, and pass breakups. That's it. So I want to see if that gets fixed this year. Okonkwo's wide open. Gotta hit him. And yeah, of course, when it's passes like that, yeah, you're not going to have a bunch of incompletions because it's just checkdowns and such. But if you're throwing down the field like Geno Smith was on that last drive, chances are there are going to be some incompletions. We'll have to wait and see. As fitted in there, and it's Ridley. That's a breakup with a flag on the field. Illegal man downfield. Who was it? It was J.C. Latham at right tackle. He slides over to right tackle, making room for Dan Moore, the overpay of the century. Dan Moore. And it's 2nd down and 13. That's fine. I don't really want to go with that right now. 2nd down and 13. We don't really need to throw super far down the field. Let's just get some yards. Looking right there. Calvin Ridley. Love that. Setting up a much easier 3rd down. This is my style of football right here. Some people don't like it. I know a lot of people in my personal life, whenever I go out and play football, don't like it. But hey, tough. Gonna run mesh. Wide open. Ridley, but you gotta get forward. And he finds a way to get forward. It looked goofy as hell, but he fought forward for a 1st down. That is one of the goofiest tackle animations I've seen in a while. It's like he decided to fall down more so than getting tackled at the end of that. Looking, and yeah, he's going to be sacked. No, Geno. Gonna find Genty, who steps out of bounds. They're trying to get it to Genty. I like that. If the run doesn't work, try to get it to Genty in another way. That is fantastic. That's the AI doing things that they actually need to. Playing smart football. But man, 5 rushes, -4 yards. So there are some really good things I'm seeing about Madden 25 so far. 26. Madden 26. God, we're at Madden 26. Handoff. Nope, it's a fake. Over to... Alright, well, I mean, he just went from running to stopped in all of no time at all. He stopped on a dime right there. Franchise. Apparently, Franchise has gotten some updates this year. There's a weekly recap, and that's something that, as sports game fans, we've been clamoring for. We've been asking for forever at this point. So let's go in and take a look. I don't like the menu. I still don't like the menu. I never really have liked the menu of these new Maddens, but it's not that big a deal. We've got these from the GM. I like getting messages from the GM. That's good. Not that that's anything new. I just like it. So you develop different talents as a coach. I like that. It's either as a coach or as a player. I can't tell. But if it's as a coach, then I really like that. If it's as players, again, like, I like it. So it is as your coach. So you go into Coach Central and go to abilities. And then you can develop by doing different things. Okay. Or you could buy it with staff points. So like if I go here, no, you just buy it with staff points or you earn it. It starts in regular. Okay. All right. I thought so. Let's send a regular season. Weekly recap. All right. Okay. Let's do it. We got highlights. Let's fucking go. We got game highlights. Oh my God. We've got highlights. Thank you. Thank you. We have generated highlights. Thank you. We've been asking for this for 20 years. Almost as long as I've been alive. We've been asking for this. Okay, get down from there. Get down from there. Oh, he's taking a freaking pee on the ground. That's gross. Thank you. We have a weekly recap show, kind of. I wish it was more all-encompassing, don't get me wrong. But dude, beggars can't be choosers. It doesn't show every game. It doesn't have to. But the thing with the other Sports Center games is it would show you at least the scores from every game, you know what I mean? So, man, that's huge. That is insane. This just made... I gotta be real with you. This just made franchise that much better. It's such a small thing, but it also isn't. You know what I mean? But this makes me care more about what else is going on in the league. That's the biggest deal, because otherwise, who cares? You know what I mean? Otherwise, if you don't give me a reason to care, I'm not going to care. But this gives me a reason to care about what else is going on in the league, just outside of, oh no, I'm challenging for my division, or I want to see, what draft pick I'm going to have. This makes me care about highlights and just like the progress of other players. Let's say we have a weekly recap show that shows Ashton Genty getting an 80-yard touchdown. All right, I'm going to be hype as hell. Who wouldn't? I'm not going to do the combine or anything. It's cool that you go to the combine, but that was already in games past. Yeah, cool, nice. Will I do a superstar mode this year? Probably not. But I do, so far, actually kind of like the game. I will say that. I'm going to be a positive and say that I kind of like the game. All right, issue, though. It's another one of those cases where it's a step in the right direction. You know how they always say, it's a step in the right direction, a step in the right direction. This one actually is. It is, don't get me wrong. But is it enough to get them the exclusive deal for the next decade or however long? No, absolutely not. But it is actually, so far, been a fun experience. But this is just my first impressions, okay? As I play more of the game, we'll see exactly how I feel about it going forward. Well, yeah, so I played more of it since the stream, and my thoughts still remain the same. I'm having fun, honestly. I really am. Issues as of right now, the incompletion thing. It's only an incompletion if it's a pass breakup. Otherwise, it's a completion or an interception. And then illegal man downfield happens a lot more often than it should. Mostly on play actions. Not that that doesn't happen in the NFL, but it just doesn't happen to this extent. Aside from that, though, I'm really, really enjoying the game so far. Please stay tuned. I'm actually going to have a franchise mode on this game probably tomorrow, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. But it's going to be coming out really soon. So yeah, let me know what y'all feel about the game. I'm really positive about it so far. Yeah, man. Y'all take care.